Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more of the Flashpoint DLC for BattleTech. And to finish out this Flashpoint, we have to participate in a duel. And let's see if the restrictions are actually listed here. So we have some tonnage restrictions. This mission has some restrictions on the weight of the mechs you can field. It doesn't say what it is here, but from the description it sounded like 50 tons. And you may only field one mech on this mission. So it's quite a bit of a limitation that we have ourselves. And unfortunately, a lot of our best mechs are 55 tons. So that's above the weight restriction. I had come into this thinking that we would need light mechs. And unfortunately, we need 50-ton mechs. The crab wouldn't necessarily be a bad choice, but there are some things about it that I'm not so sure about. We know our opponent's going to have a crab, so we'd be on equal footing in that regard. And the damage output of the crab is pretty good, but its heat efficiency is not that great, and I would really only have one pilot that I think that could manage that, and that would be gnarly. So we'd have to go with that pilot, and I wouldn't have another choice, really, for that one. Alternatively, we have the Centurion. Oh, another thing is the crab is not all that well armored. It's up-armored over a normal crab, but we don't know how our enemy is going to be loaded out. If he has a bunch of special weapons as well, he could be quite a bit better than us. So other 50-ton mech, or another 50-ton mech out of 3 that we have, is a Centurion. This has greater damage potential by just a very slight amount, but a lot of its weaponry focuses on long range. So if our opponent is able to get in close on us, they may be able to get within that minimum range, and we won't really be able to effectively attack. We don't have as much maneuverability as the crab, and we do have the advantage of having slightly more armor. Our last 50-ton mech is the Hunchback, which again is set up for long-range weapons. It is weaker on firepower comparatively, but it does have the best armor out of the bunch. So those are the 3 50-ton mechs I have. What I could do instead is I could grab something like the Firestarter. The Firestarter has a really big damage output, and small lasers have a really high chance of landing. We also have a special small laser that would up this damage even further. So we could get this up to 185, which is pretty darn good. Armor would be our main weakness. We'd be looking at 520, which is significantly lower than the crab. This would probably be piloted by my pilot, as I could take advantage of all of my abilities. I'd have better initiative, unless he has an ability that mitigates that. I'd have better initiative, so I'd always be able to get off a hit before he could. So the first turn, I'd kind of delay and wait for him to get in range of me, and then I would attack him, and then I'd follow up, attack him again, and move away. I'd be able to keep my evasion up, hopefully keep out of range. See, the problem is I have to get in close to use my small lasers. That's going to be the main thing here. I think it'd be kind of interesting, though, to go with the Firestarter, because I think it would be the more skilled thing to do to go in with a lighter mech. So I have time, I think, to play around. Let's see if we can modify the Firestarter just slightly, give it some better small lasers. So we have up damage on all of our small lasers except this one. This one's just a normal one. Well, I guess this one too, but this one's just a normal small laser. And we did just recently get a small laser. Let's just hit this so we can get to it. It has plus 10 damage, so that's a pretty significant increase in our damage output. So yeah, we're looking at now 185. And we also have very good maneuverability. Our main problem is just our armor. If this guy cheats and we have to fight more than just one-on-one, I may die. But otherwise, if I'm smart about this conflict, I may be able to come out ahead on it. Also, another strategy would be to hit him with flamers and try and overheat him, but I don't have that many flamers, and you need to have a lot of flamers to really have that pay off. So if I had enough flamers, that would be maybe a choice. Okay, so it will take 1 day to do this, so we'll just go ahead and confirm that. Okay. We're going to hit a financial report in the meantime, too. We might as well just tell these guys to repair the Thunderbolt. Why not? That's going to take 2 days. Okay. And we'll go ahead and advance that 1 day. Our superiors, thank you for your willingness to take on challenging tasks. We are making an invaluable contribution to the advancement of... Okay, yeah, so this is just telling me...
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
that they're starting to like me. Okay, so let's move on. Probably can't afford... how much money do we have right now? I didn't pay attention. I'll just go with... I'll just go with normal for now, because I'm not exactly sure where we're at. Nah, screw it. We'll go generous. Okay. So, we've got the fire starter ready to go. I think that's the route we go. I would actually probably go the crab, normally, if it had been upgraded. It has all, like, bog standard weaponry. If it had upgraded medium lasers, which I do have, but they're on other mechs, and it would take too long to swap them around. If I had those, I would actually think about going with the crab. But the fire starter has proved itself to be very good. Let's go ahead and go into the barracks. As far as pilots that would be using this, it would be between my pilot and Scarecrow, but I think my pilot is the more skilled of the two. We are going to want to increase our tactics so that we can get... see, ideally what you want... Let's go to Scarecrow here.
How's it going?
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm thinking Revere.
Yes, Commander.
Am I? I think Scarecrow has been just as good with that. All right. Well, I could go with tactics. I don't think it would make that big of a difference. Or does that make much of a difference? We'll go with the tactics anyway, because eventually it will give me greater call shot bonuses. But because I have the call shot bonus, I think this will work quite well for us. And we have high morale. So I think this will work out. So we'll go with that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
All right. So I think I'm ready. Oh, yeah, we want to go in here and do the contract. Okay, so the Steel Beast. So we're going to go with... I mean, honestly, I don't know how much salvage we're going to get out of this. So would I be better off just taking the cash? I'm going to take the cash. This might be a bad choice, but if it's just one-on-one, I'm not going to get a ton of salvage out of this anyway, so... Let's go with that. And I already have a crab, so we don't necessarily need it. Alright, so I am going to be using my pilot. And we're going to be using the fire starter, which we did advance time to get there. So really this is going to come down to me doing a lot of damage and not getting hit. And if I can get in on the rear, 185 damage in your rear, especially if I can focus that damage with a precision strike, will be absolutely devastating. And I could probably do that. I don't know. It might not be that easy to do, but we'll see. All right, here we go.
Command interface.
It's so weird going in with just one mech. You're here, good. I've been looking forward to breaking your neck. Shut up and fight, you murderous swine. Commander Gunner will make you suffer, as you made my nephew Arjun suffer. Suffering? I'll show you suffering. Get ready for a taste of the big steel claw. Big steel claw. What is wrong with him? It's his catchphrase. He screams it before every bout. Now get out there and make us some money, huh? We've got cameras rolling on this. Alright. So this is really going to come down to getting really good positioning. So do I think he'll be able to get to me so that we get into combat here? I'll go ahead and jump, just as like kind of a semi-precaution, in case he doesn't quite get close enough to me to get into sensor range. I'm hoping he does. Come on, move. Does look like we have the advantage of cover. I wasn't sure if we would, and that's actually going to help me maybe quite a bit here. Okay, so he didn't move at all. Alright, I don't want to jump too close to him, but I want to jump close enough that we get him in sensor range. But I also want to have good evasion, so it looks like that's as good as I'm going to get. And in theory, we should be in sensor range.
Engaging jump jets.
Alright, this may be super silly what I'm doing, but...
Enemy detected.
Okay. So we do indeed have the initiative advantage. You may get a shot off on me. Like, seriously? You're just gonna sit there?
Standing by.
Okay, you didn't quite get in there. All right, so we know we have the advantage here. So if we go in and hit him, can't quite get the small lasers in there, unfortunately. That's actually close enough. Maybe let's try a different spot, because again, we're gonna have the initiative advantage. I'm gonna be able to hit him and then back out. I can't get on his rear, but that's okay. Might as well save the precision strike. No reason to use it now.
Engaging jump jets.
But this is the kind of game we're going to be able to...
Commander, you've got hostile contacts inbound.
So he did cheat. All right. What are we looking at here? They're mostly light. Okay. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and hit him because we set up for it. I'm not going to use precision strike because I don't think it's going to... Oh, interesting. He's got a couple flamers. That's going to be a little bit of a problem if I let him get close enough to me. All right, well, we'll go ahead and fire away here. Problem is, his light mechs will have the same initiative as me. And I was afraid of that. That's probably going to be the one with 2 LRM-5s. Alright, well, we got to move now. I think I'm just going to fire these small lasers. So I try and be honorable, and look what this scumbag does. Okay. We fire the small lasers and we jump away as far as we can, trying to break line of sight. So that's my goal anyway. Okay, fire away. We're doing decent damage despite his damage reduction. He will be able to attack me, but I don't think he's going to be able to get those flamers in there. If he does, I'm going to be in trouble. I could also use vigilance to give myself protection against any damage that's coming through, although I should have done that before I moved. Okay, they don't have vision of me. What I may do is just poke at him and back off a bit. This obviously would have been really easy if it was just him. So, I understand why it's not that way. Alright, so this is a situation where normally I would have taken advantage of the situation to do some things, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and hit him with a medium laser here. Let's use vigilance just to be on the safe side. Because I should still be able to move. We'll attack him with just a medium laser, so we're doing some damage to him.
Engaging target.
Yeah, we're already getting through that armor. I'm not sure how far away we're going to be able to jump. But if I continue to jump away from him and I continue to go into the woods, he's going to be hard pressed to keep up with me because crabs don't have jump jets. At least not default, they don't.
Engaging jump jets.
And then what I may do, if I break away far enough, is I may just take time to cool off. And if one of his lighter mechs is able to catch up with me, we'll just take care of it. So this is going to be a matter of patience. But at this moment, as long as we are, you know, moving here consistently, he's not going to provide the vision they need to get anything done. So, as a matter of fact, I think we just sprint away now so that we can get some cool off happen here, because not likely going to get vision on me.
Full throttle.
Unfortunately, we didn't cool off too much, but We can be patient. I have more sprint speed than this guy has, so... Oh, I think the game's going to screw me, though, because I moved out of sensor range. It's going to give them 2 turns. Although he has a habit of just staying still. So, you know what I'm going to do? Is... Can I jump? Well, okay, if I jump, it's going to be too much. I may allow him to get in here and get vision of me. We could always jump down off this cliff, and he will not be able to follow that maneuver. But now we'll be totally cooled off. I mean, look at this guy. He's on camera being dishonorable. What a scumbag. Alright, so if I just reserve through here, most of his guys are
Standing by.
lighter mechs, so we'll get through there. But if he moves forward, we'll be able to take advantage of it. It doesn't make move forward. I'll go after what I think is a locust here, which do pretty heavy damage to it. Okay. So if I use vigilance, let's just reserve again, just to be on the safe side. If I use vigilance, I'll be able to beat this light mech, so it's not a big deal. Ooh, not sprint, jump. Okay. I'm going to do this maneuver. That way we'll be able to hit the locust with the one stuff, because I can't get in close enough to hit him with small lasers. So we'll hit him with the medium laser, we'll hit the locust with the small lasers. And then I'm going to use vigilance to give myself the initiative boost.
Engaging jump jets.
But yeah, we'll be able to get through this. This is not going to be too much of a problem. Multi-target. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. And looking good. Now, we'll be hot doing this, but look at this locust. We're probably going to kill it right now. As a matter of fact, that's probably way overkill. But hey, it gets rid of one of his support weapons that are available, so not a big deal. So let's make sure it's dead.
Engaging multiple targets.
And we're continuing to do damage there. He clearly has bulwark, so being in the woods is going to be a problem for us. Dead as hell. Alright, that's one less enemy we have to worry about. I mean, isn't this embarrassing for this guy? He's got a heavier mech, and he's the one having to cheat. Okay. So I am going to attack him here. I'm not going to bother with precision strike because it's not going to do a whole lot. And then we're going to jump down and away. Or I may jump into the woods over here. We'll have to see. I'll see what I can get away with. But we'll just hit him with a medium laser at this point.
Engaging target.
Okay, got a crit on his medium laser. Good.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Okay. So I'm going to jump. Okay, I can't quite jump off the cliff here, but I can jump back here, and I'm not even going to run that hot doing it. I also use vigilance just to give myself nice protection, so we'll use that now. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to jump back here. And to follow me, he's going to have to go out in the open, so it's okay if he attacks me here. I don't really care, because I haven't been hit.
Jump jets.
As long as he can't get within range of the flamers, of course. But he's going to have to move through woods, so I don't think that's likely. And he's always the last one to move, so he's not really giving them vision. If he gives himself vision. The big thing that I'm thinking about, though, here is that I think his buddies... Well, there's a couple of vehicles. I think the vehicles are probably don't have any long-range weaponry. But his buddies are probably set up for long-range attacks. I'm not positive of that. You know what? I think I'm just going to sprint around the other side here and make him move up. And then maybe we'll be able to get something done. I'm not positive if that is the right move or not. Alternatively, we just hit him with our medium laser again and then move. Just pick away at him slowly but surely.
Engaging target.
Alright. Get a little bit of cool off here. And he shouldn't be able to see me anymore.
Engaging jump
So he'll have to move in close to see me. So I can wait next turn. I can wait through the initiative phase. And then jump on him. And then I'm going to have 2 turns of just wailing on him. And my morale is going to be through the roof. So I'll be able to take advantage of it. So I think we've got this in the bag. So we just reserve again. Let him get nice and close. We'll go in. Hit him hard with all of our weapons. If he gives me his back, I'll take it. But we may not need it.
standing by.
Now the vehicle's out in the open. That might be a good target too. But honestly, we'll just go after the crab. So we got 2 medium vehicles, and I think we may have 1 more light mech. Well, I don't think may. I think that's a definitive. All right. So the question is, can I jump in behind him? And I sure can. And if I use vigilance, I'll be able to beat these all these guys to initiative. I really hope that's his back. It sure looks like it is. So we'll just look like that. And if it's not his back, it's not the end of the world. So we jump, use vigilance to make sure we have the initiative advantage. Where is this light mech? Okay, it's right there. It's a 35-ton mech. I kind of would think that it's a Panther. Then I'm going to use Precision Strike so that we can try and core him out here. Because I do a lot of damage, and if I can get that focus... Oh, we can't throw everything at him. So I'm going to have to turn off one of my small lasers, as well as the medium lasers. This is still a lot of damage. We're looking at 90 damage right there, plus another 50, so we're looking at 140. And let's look at that armor here. He's got 65... okay, so we're not going to be able to take him out with this, but it's still going to hurt really bad. I could try and clip his weapons out. I still think we go center torso because we're going to be able to hit him again next turn. So, yeah. Let's go for it.
Targeting rear armor.
Okay, managed to get off one of his arms, which is going to be a significant amount of his firepower.
Critical damage
Or some of his
detected.
firepower. Okay, we can hit him and then run. The key thing here is we're going to have... I may only be able to walk away from this, but... we are going to take this opportunity to hit him again. This is the whole strategy of fighting this guy. We are going to use Precision Strike to hit him hard. Go after that center torso again. How much health does it have? 60? We can do that. Can we get away with another small laser? We sure can. We can't get away with the medium laser. So just the small lasers, I guess, is what we're going to go for. That should be more than enough.
Targeting rear armor.
He's dead as hell.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Poor guy got killed by a light mech that he never even touched. We're going to go with Vigilance to give myself protection. And then I'm going to try and move into a position. So what is this? A couple galleons. Okay. And they have almost no armor, so I don't think we're going to really get hit that hard here. I just have to make sure that I can pivot around so they're not getting my back. This is going to be it. So not a lot of evasion, but we've got 40% damage reduction. So this is where we're probably going to get hit a little bit. Interestingly enough, they don't have vision of me. Now they have vision of me. Okay. Hurt a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. And I'm gonna attack. And we're just gonna use all our small lasers again. This should easily kill the bad guy.
Engaging target.
As a matter of fact, we only needed one apparently.
Enemy unit destroyed.
I mean, how embarrassing is this for the bad guys? That they got killed by a 35-ton mech that they barely even touched. I'm a little out in the open, but I don't think this guy's going to get vision on me. If he does, that sucks, but I think we're fine. I don't know what this is. It could be a fire starter, and if I'm running hot when we encounter it, that'll be a real problem. Okay, I can't target that guy. We're running hot enough, though, that I think we should probably try and just get some distance and cool off here. So I'm going to jump just so that we get that little bit of distance. And then we're going to brace, because we don't need to do anything else. Eventually, whatever this guy is going to catch up to me. Not a whole lot I can do about it. Okay, go ahead and reserve. And reserve again. This guy's able to wheel around so that he can see me, then I'll be able to see him and kill him. If not... Okay. Didn't attack me, which is interesting. We can attack him, though. Again, we only need the small laser, so I'll go for that. And again, we only needed really one to kill it.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Alright. Let's just stay in behind this thing, as it gives me the most maneuvering room. Now this guy has jump jets, he'll be able to jump in on me. Okay. So we're in a good position here. I do want to be able to do it to attack at close range, and honestly hit the rear if I can. So let's go ahead and do that. If this is just like the other ones, this guy will have very much reduced armor. Okay, it's a Panther. I expected that. I expected them to be mostly support mechs. So we'll go with Vigilance here, so we get the initiative advantage in case we don't finish him off. Then we'll go Precision Strike to try and finish him off. We're going to have to turn off our one small laser. And we're going to go center torso here. And I think this is going to be a kill, but if it's not, we'll get a follow-up attack.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, almost flawless. Scratch one steel beast. The miserable fool cheated, and we still took him down. And I salute you for it. Arjun's death has been avenged. May it bring his poor parents some measure of comfort.
Mission successful.
Alright, we were successful. Quite a bit more salvage than I expected. Get some good experience there. We're not able to salvage the crab for whatever reason. Not sure what the rationale for that is. Another up-damaged small laser. I'm probably going to end up taking that. So, as we can see here, this fire starter is pretty damn good. Has a lot of damage output, and its maneuverability allows you to, if you have the hit and run abilities like my pilot has or Scarecrow has, you can really take advantage of that strength and hit multiple times at a vulnerable spot. And if you can hit somebody in the rear twice with the amount of firepower that this thing has, they're probably going to go down, and we did see that. So let's go ahead and confirm the small laser, and we also get a medium laser that's upgraded as well. So that's nice. The Steel Beast 3. Oh, we're still going on, huh? An impressive performance, Commander Gunner. You played the bastard's game and crushed him, both physically and metaphorically. My nephew's untimely death has been avenged. We are pleased to be of service, so-and-so. Bloodthirsty fools like Tubbs give all mech warriors a bad name. Not anymore, my friend. You and your company have solved that problem admirably. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have family matters to attend to on Tharkad. Arjun had a son whose affairs must be seen to, and now that honor has been satisfied, the duty falls on my shoulders. Until next time, so-and-so. So then, be well, Commander Gunner. View screen goes dark as so-and-so terminates the connection. So, what's next for us? I play around with the salvage my team just recovered. You know, Tubbs may have been an idiot, but his mech was a thing of beauty. And good news, everyone, it's ours now. Ah, there you go. We've got ourselves a big steel claw, so we get ourselves another crab. If that isn't worth celebrating, I don't know what is. Could we pop a few cans of whatever this is? Queelar Fizz? I'm sure I butchered that. I just happy to have one handy. Maybe later. For now, I need to get back on the horn with the Ironwood Productions. As it turns out, my exclusive recording of the death of the Steel Beast is attracting a lot of attention. I'm working on a distribution deal right now. You're kidding me. Nope. There are a whole lot of fight fans on Solaris 7 who are really excited to watch the Steel Beast die. Ironwood is enthusiastic about partnering with us to promote the official Mouse Gunners Mechs Fight Hollow. Probably be a big hit with the crowds. Our mech warriors gotta watch the fight in real time, and they can't stop gushing about it. Seriously, I can't remember a time I've seen the Argo's crew this excited. Morale's up all across the ship. And we better give our people an outlet for all that energy. I'll put up some new contracts before I resume negotiations with Ironwood. Great job on this one, everyone. Now let's get back to work. Okay, we get ourselves a rare mech. Okay, it's not really telling me any information about it, but we get an LRM-15. That is nice. We get an... Is this one of those things where I have to pick something, or is this just what I get? We get a rare weapon. Okay. And then we get these things. Ah, okay. So that's it. So the big steel claw, what's the deal with it? A uniquely hybridized brawler built from the husk of a... It's a crab. Okay. The Steel Beast Tubbs had the big steel claws chassis rebuilt to support the mounting of ballistic weaponry, presumably in the interest of creating a louder and more violent spectacle in the arena. So that makes the crab worse. Yeah, you don't want ballistic weapons on a crab, but the whole point of it is to have it have energy weapons. So it's a worse crab. I'm not sure I'm going to put that on my list of things that I'm going to want to use. Alright, well... We get a lot of, ooh. So we may have just maxed out our reputation here. Interesting.
That mech you wanted is back.
Check it out, boss. We landed ourselves a Franken mech. Looks like a crab, but on the inside, it's at least a quarter Irby. That's where the new ballistic mounting hardware came from. I'm honestly amazed that this thing even works, but it does, and it's ours now. Alright, do I want to get rid of something for a crappy crab? I'm not sure I do. Because in my mind, this is not that good. We could always put it down to storage. I mean, it doesn't have any weapons mounted. It's going to be the same, nonetheless. I mean, I am planning to upgrade this. We are working on it. It'll be done in 19 days. We could always call that crab back up if we want to. But I kind of just think this crab is... It's kind of not great. I would much rather just have a default crab. Because you're removing 2 energy weapons, and you're putting in a ballistic weapon. If this was a heavier mech, that would make sense, but nah. So we're just gonna send that down to storage. Alright. Well, this is a good point to go ahead and wrap up the video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.